Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Raids Week 16, Day 1, and this week is Divinion Fields. So it's mainly just going to be us using World Breaker the entire time for the most part. Really good raid troop since you could just one-shot absolutely everything that we needed to do. So yeah, it should be pretty easy raids this week for the most part. So let's start getting into that. Still in the early ones, so it'll still die down relatively quick. Still using Frost Mage with it too, just because their stats are still so low that we might as well claim the free EXP. Though obviously we will be switching that to Titan. Could technically do the, I keep forgetting its name, the Oracle as well. The problem with Oracle though is it doesn't have half mana start, and we only gain a benefit if they do something. So if we infinite turn loop, we're not going to gain any benefit from really using Centaur. So for the most part, not really going to need it. But anyways, let's get into everything. Hello, Juros. Hello, Mark. Hello, Captain. Hello, William. Hello, Demon or Angel. Hello, Steve. Hello, Skeleton. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Hello, Jan. Hello, Moss. And hello, Dennis. Welcome, everyone. Pulled your Word Breaker and 200 event keys. Very nice. Very lucky. It's a great mythic to have as well. It can even be used in place of Infernus in many teams, though not as good as Infernus, but it really just depends on the situation. But it's very similar to it if you don't happen to have an Infernus yet. Biggest problem is when you go up against Submerge, and it also has higher starting mana, which can sometimes be an issue depending on what you're up against. Yeah, it's a really good troop. And it's also quite needed this week since it's useful both all this week for raids and for the event thing on Thursday, as well as just in general always. Hello, Charlie! Hello, Christy! Welcome. And then we'll easily just get the Duggoff in one shot off the raid troop and rinse and repeat, and should be able to do that pretty quickly for all these. We could almost probably get all the battles done today if we really wanted to. Speaking of that, let me go to my guild. I believe we still need one member, so if anyone's interested in joining the guild, we do still have one slot remaining. Main requirement is just being able to do 1 million gold per week, as well as being able to do decent in all of the game modes like raids, invasions, and all the other related guild events. And if you can do that, we have one spot open. And also ideally level 1000 plus. Okay, what do we need? What do we need? Well, we got a Valraven. That's slightly bad because I don't have any quick way of winning here. As long as we don't give it yellow. Oh, never mind, it's blocked on yellow, it's fine. So I am going to take this yellow just so he doesn't. Otherwise I would have taken a brown if there was one available. There wasn't though, but now there is, so we'll just take that. It does not surge though. Well, since we have this, we might as well use the yellow purple, try getting an extra turn and just kill that out with it. And then just double Herdmaster, and that'll be matched off the rest of them. Just for safety, we will kill that immediately. It's a lot less damage, but it is enough to kill it, so we'll go for it, get our cleanse. Actually, we don't even need cleanse. Might even replace out Herdmaster, I'm not sure. We're mainly just using him for his +1 yellow. I don't believe any battles this week really have any stats effects. So the cleanse aspect of it isn't really doing much, but we can still use it for its mana, we can still use it for its +1 yellow if nothing else. Which synergizes with the fact that we already have a bunch of yellow. Mainly because there's nothing really good to do a minus on here. You're afraid to try to get Word Breaker? Yeah, it's generally kind of bad to use event keys to try to get a mythic. Unless you get super lucky on it, it's normally not worth it. Once you've gotten every single thing within the kingdom to mythic, but you still don't have the mythic, you should always stop opening event keys. Just because anything beyond that point is a very large waste of resources. Yeah, I wouldn't attempt more than a few hundred. I just hope you get it within that. Good evening, Brian! Hello, Dragon Ball Z fan! Hello, Pamela! Hello, Xander! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all of you been having a good week so far. I was supposed to get a package from Amazon today. Well, I was actually supposed to get two. One came in, the other one said it was supposed to be in by 8, and it's 8:05 now, and it's still not in. Pretty sure at this point it'll come in tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they're not even shipping this late. Where did you get the weapon you're using now? That is Mountain Crusher. You get that from Brown Hero Mastery. I forget exactly how much you need, but I believe somewhere around 30 Brown Hero Mastery, you will automatically get that weapon. Yeah, around 30 Brown Hero Mastery. A long question, and you're pretty sure you've asked this, but you keep forgetting your answer. You have the main mythics, but should you craft Megavore or Weaver? Megavore. Weaver doesn't get used for too much, and the few things that Weaver does get used for, it's normally with Megavore, oddly enough. But, yeah, I would say Megavore as the better option between those two. True damage still isn't good enough to use Weaver in most teams. And Megavore is mainly used for delves. Sometimes it comes in through Tower of Doom as well, but, mainly delves. The biggest issue with Megavore and Tower of Doom is the Doom has immune to instant kill, whereas nothing in Delves has immune to instant kill. But he's still, even if they have immune to instant kill, he's still really good value for his armor tier. He's still the only thing that has a 4 times armor tier. Pretty sure they'll give that to something else eventually, but he is at the moment the only one. How on earth does he have 1 HP? Well, we'll throw it at him. And there we go. Oh, that was something else I meant to go do, but I went to the guild thing instead. I want to go open our orb. We do have 2 orbs actually sitting. Not just the one from the event today, but last weekend we, of course, had the weekend-long thing for the new faction. And, yeah, I need to go and open the orb for that. I like always opening my orbs on stream if I can help it. Very, very occasionally I accidentally don't do it that way, but I try to save them for streams. Yeah, Mountain Crusher is 17 Brown Mastery. I keep forgetting. All the masteries used to be way lower, but then they ended up modifying them one patch and made, I mean, a lot higher, but they ended up making them a lot lower several patches ago. Actually, I think that was almost a year ago. I just keep forgetting that they lowered it. Because back in the day, it used to require like 30, 35. Even Mang used to cost, I think, 35, 35 or something like that. And now it's been dropped, I think, into 20s or something. Something ridiculously easy. Yeah, double green. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be double green. But we'll find out after this battle. I meant to go do it right now, but I keep clicking on the battle again. Out of habit. Hello, Kevin! Welcome. Okay, let's get our Mountain Crusher, see what he does. That's that thing that, what's his name summons, by the way. The new mythic that came in, and he's still available for a few more days. As the only mythic in the drop table. But, yeah, he's not bad. It's 7 red, 7 yellow, and he gives a bunch of life to all allies. The only real big issue with it is just that troop tends to never really have summon spots. And even if you do, he does not come in with the fast trait thing. He does not come in with his 75% chance to start. Only when you start him in your battle, in your team, does he end up getting that bonus. Okay, before I go and spam click it, let me go open our 2 orbs. So we have an orb through all this mess. I haven't donated to the guild yet just because I'm waiting till we get 1 more person before I do. I like having a full guild before I bother donating. But here's all of our loot from all of our guild tasks as well as all the event related stuff. And in here should be that, our 1 shiny orb. So hopefully this is not green or orange. Nope. Oh, whoever said double green, you're probably right. You're probably right. Let's see, what do we get from the second one? Come on, not a green or orange. And we get a bunch of this loot. Mostly event keys and a few other things. And nope, you were wrong. We got a green orange. Both the worst ones. Still awful though. Oh well. Well, we got 0 resources from that basically. Hopefully not Tower of Doom. Hopefully Bounty Hunter this Friday will be a bit luckier. We still have that. The last time we did Bounty Hunter, we almost lost resources from doing the entirety of the event. Which was the first time ever where we almost lost resources from doing it. Which, hopefully that doesn't happen again. We did end up net profiting last time, but just barely. We just need to accumulate all of our luck for when we open up major orbs. It doesn't work that way, but still. Gotta hope. Okay, we'll go and one-shot that thing. Orb Breaker, and that should be dead. Oh, wait, why did I do that? We could have given him a 5 times yellow. That's the only bad thing about that creating yellow. Whoops. Gotta be careful with that, actually. I'm gonna lose it 100%. I'm gonna lose a Valraven this week to missing with the raid troop. Also, back-to-back Valravens, very nice. Oh, yeah, it also reminds me, I need to switch to Titan soon. Or now. Oh, we're almost reaching the point where we need it now. Very close to that point. Figured we'd just get some free Frost Mage EXP first. Less time we have to spend farming it later. And the team isn't any slower with Frost Mage. It's actually the exact same speed. It's just we don't have barrier every round is the main difference. Oh, yellow. Okay, good. He's frozen. But still, I need to do something about that. Let's get Ward Breaker back up. I'm just going to use a Herd Master just in case so I don't miss with the other troop. Get everything exploded. And one more hit will do it. Ideally, that'll be a Ward Breaker cast. If we want to play it safer, we can just throw that at it. But we'll do it with Ward Breaker, so it saves time, and then hit boss with our instant kill. Hello, Wagner! Hello, Mark. Welcome, welcome. I know, getting a lot of greens can really get you down, unfortunately. It happens sometimes, though. It's only a matter of time before a better drop occurs. I wish it was mentioned somewhere in the game a little bit more that it actually isn't the exact drop rate for each. Because nowhere in the game does it say it's not 25% each. And I feel like a lot of people assume that. Or at least initially, until they realize it's rigged. But nowhere does it actually say that it's not. It's really well-known knowledge that it isn't, because it's really obvious. But I don't think the game anywhere actually says that it's not 25% chance each. Which they really should. Hello, Pony. Welcome. You spent your pile of diamonds on Ward Breaker last week, and oh, you got one today on tier 3. Aw. Well, double Ward Breaker. If you don't have other options, you can get away with double Ward Breaker. Alchemist, Moneylender, double Ward Breaker. And just keep spamming him. As long as you're not up against Emerge, that would be pretty solid. It would be better using Infernus Wardbreaker or some other combo. But, or even maybe throwing a Quitantani in there. But you can run 2. You wouldn't be able to run more than 2, but it is possible to run 2. How's my day been? Day's been pretty good, pretty normal. Recorded the video earlier, did a bunch of other stuff. Got a few packages in. Still waiting on one. Actually, still waiting on a lot. I got a little bit too many things from Amazon, but I've been getting a lot of things that I've been meaning to buy. Some things for the channel, too. I want to get some better lighting. It's been something I've been needing for a while. It's not too noticeable right now, because at night it's kind of okay. But I have been meaning to get some better lighting, as well as lighting that I can bring whenever I go traveling. Just so I can actually start streaming whenever I do go, as long as I have better connections. Because one other issue with moving setup is not having any good lighting. Not to mention I don't even have it here. But that tends to be an issue in various like hotel rooms or anywhere else where I might be staying. So been meaning to get that. There's a few other things, a new mouse pad and some other little knick-knack stuff like that. What do I need here? We'll grab I want to take that explosion. We're just gonna take it that way. I'm gonna go for Ward Breaker. You totally mistyped Ward Breaker for Ward Bringer? Oh, I didn't even notice. Let's see. Do you think you'll change to Mang in the later stages? Probably. Or maybe not. Oh no, it depends how long it takes to kill the first 2 troops. Or the first 3 troops, I mean. Because there's no issue with us ever killing the Zugov. That's going to be really easy this week with the current raid troop. The biggest issue is killing the front 2. But it doesn't seem like there's any Submerge, so we can probably just get away with Ward Breaker spam. I don't think we would actually ever have to switch into Mang. As long as you have Ward Breaker, I don't think you need to switch to Mang. If you don't have Ward Breaker, you'd have to switch to Mang probably pretty early in it. Probably around level 150, 200 or so. Actually, what level are we even at right now? Now that I say that. We're currently on level 80. Yeah, probably by about 150. You would have to switch to Mang, most likely, if you didn't have a Ward Breaker. But I believe with Ward Breaker, we just go all the way with them. But we'll find out as we get deeper. But yes, you can switch to Mang, that's perfectly fine. It's still cover every color, and it would still function mostly the same. You just have a slower mana start. You'd probably have to put Herdmaster in second if you did that, though, and go Mang with Titan, Herdmaster, then Worldbreaker, then the troop, the raid troop. What's her name again? Nightwing. But yeah, you'd want to put the Herdmaster up front so that yellow and purple would give it mana, so that you would have a quicker mana generator, since you wouldn't have Mountain Crusher as an option. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I also need to go switch to Titan. Hoping to do it a little bit further, but it looks like, yeah, we're going to need Titan. We'll get the rest of Frostmate HP later. We're so close, we're like almost at 97, then we just need the last few levels. Right, let's go switch it out, just so we don't randomly lose somehow. Class, Titan, Titan, Titan. The only hero class in the entire game, go! Let's see. Also, did I forget to rechange it again? Make sure it's on Brownstorm and not Glory. I feel like I always just try to keep it on Brownstorm these days, just because the inconvenience of constantly switching it back to Glory and back and forth is just very annoying. And whenever you forget to switch it back to Brownstorm off of Glory, it just really hinders some of your battles. And starting with Brownstorm, particularly if you're using Dragon's Eye or a weapon that isn't Mountain Crusher, is really important. It helps with Mountain Crusher as well, but it's really important for any other brown weapon, like Mang and Dragon's Eye in particular. I gotta be careful with yellow because he has that. Oh, he gets a mana on that too. He might land it. Looking good, he does not. Wow, that's gonna be really dangerous this week, because there's quite a few of him. He's been popping up in almost every battle. Yes, you should be doing your delves daily. That is correct. If you have the time, you should be doing your delves daily. And if you don't have time, keep one delve at level 20 forever, like Warren's, and just keep farming it forever as your daily, because level 20 doesn't take that long at all. You could probably get all 3 done within 30 minutes or less if you keep it at level 20. I'll throw that down. I better not miss. Okay, good. It's gonna happen. It hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna happen. We're gonna miss with that. It's gonna give him 5 times yellow, and the Valraven's gonna escape. You don't need +1 glory. Hey, it adds up. It adds up. If you're doing a quicker team that wins PvP about once a minute, that's 60 extra glory per hour. But yeah, it makes very little difference, but it's still nice. If you're farming glory, might as well. Especially if the Brownstorm doesn't affect your team at all. Like, if it doesn't gain any particular benefit from a Brownstorm, then it's really worth it. Why did I take it that way? That was not good. Let's go kill the raid boss. Or we're not. Okay, we'll go throw a few ward breakers at him. I'm gonna pop a getting barrier here. Should be fine without it. Do this twice. Oh, come on. How's he still alive? Also, we have to deal with skull spam this week too. I didn't really mention it much earlier, and also we haven't even seen him cast once yet. But yeah, he does do 12 skulls, which basically means he gets a double or triple kill. It is one of the more annoying weeks for specifically the raid boss. What am I going to do with 60 glory? That is 3 glory keys. That's what I'm going to do with 60 glory. At least when I eventually open them. I haven't opened glory keys, other than for a daily task. I haven't opened glory keys for a while. Ah, 6 treasure maps, no. No, you can't even get that many treasure maps. 60 glory is only 2 treasure maps, isn't it? I think there are 30 glory each. What's a good glory farming team? The only time you can ever do a proper glory farming team is whenever there's a troop that currently has +5 glory. And I ended up going over it this morning too. It was, well, there's different variants you could do. But normally you build a gold farming team inside of a glory farming team. And you can use something like, what was the order of it? Cedric Sparkle Sack. Oh, no. It was Bronze Lock Pistol. The glory troop for this week, because he gives +5 glory per battle. Followed by Leprechaun and Cedric. and that would be what you could use to farm a bunch of glory. And of course, you just have to do that in PvP. And it does do the full effect of casual PvP as well. So you can just keep repicking casual PvP until you get easy battles. And just keep repeating that cycle until you get all that you need. So for a reward breaker here, and I might as well go show that real quick. Won't take that long. Wins in under a minute each battle, unless we take on a really hard battle. But normally if you're trying to farm glory, you take on mid-range to weaker battles because it goes a lot quicker. Let's see, guild, no, that's not what I need. PvP, casual, and then you just keep repicking until you get easy. The 4,588 would have been fine as an easy battle. So we could just take the fire bombs here, and then we could go to +6 glory. And we could also go set our glory to +1 if we want, which would be what our +6 would call us from. But I'll also go for the +5 for now. Technically it's +10 now, because we get 5 for killing that, as well as 5 from having this on our team. Yeah, we just let his fire bombs do his thing, keep throwing Bronze Lock Pistol. Bronze Lock Pistol is somewhat gold required, but it's doesn't really need it as heavily as something like Skeleton Key. It still has its full amount of damage at no amount of gold, so you don't need to worry about getting max gold with it. So yeah, we just got 15 glory from that. Could have gone 16 if we had +1 glory set. But yeah, you basically just keep doing that. Keep repicking until we get easy battle, and just keep repeating that cycle over and over again, either on fire bombs or an easy 1 trophy, either or. And most of this team's pretty easy to obtain, and if you don't have Cedric, you can replace that out with anything that has Merchant. You don't even necessarily need to have a Merchant right there. You could just use another mana generator if you want. And basically, you just keep spamming Bronze Lock Pistol the entire time. You can throw this guy too if you really needed to, but mainly Bronze Lock Pistol as your damage source. Oh, come on, click. There we go. And there we go, he dies to burn. Forks his skull. There we go. Yeah, that's all you have to do. And you also gain a decent amount of gold while doing it too, even though that's not directly what we're going for. But yeah, you get a little bit of everything. Anyways, also you can get the event done that way too. Casual PvP does count still for that, even though we're barely finding any. Also, how do we only have 4 after that many battles? Well, I guess I haven't been doing too many. But anyways, where were we? Let's go back to raids. Go a little bit further in that. Probably can use up every single battle. Seems to be going pretty quick this time around. How long would it take to open enough chests to use up your glory? How long would it take? Probably only about 15 minutes if I wasn't talking through it. 15 minutes to half an hour. But as far as the exact amount of keys, I don't know how many that would be. You can go calculate that out real quick. That'd be interesting to think about. I would never actually use that many for keys though. Where we end up getting 6 copies of it total. The 1 initially and then 5 from the other pack. And then I use a blue orb on it each time in order to upgrade it. And then that blue orb gets it from legendary to mythic. Oh, did we just get hit by a lag spike? Sorry about that. But anyways, what was I about to go show? I was about to go show... Oh yeah, I was going to calculate out how much glory keys we technically have. So let me go on this because we have both numbers here. So we basically need to divide that by 20 and then add our key number to it. So 1, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 5. What is with all the 6 and 1s? But there we go. Click. Oh wait, never mind. Divide that by 20. Whoops. No, I just divided by 0. Is there a backspace? There we go. And that comes out to, wow, 58,080 glory keys. And if you add how many we have as our base value, the ones that we already have just sitting there, the 8,738, that brings us to a total of, if we were to use every last glory we have, we would have 66,818 glory keys. That is enough glory keys to get about 7 mythics approximately, give or take. Depends if you get lucky, unlucky, or what. But about 6 to 7 mythics worth of glory keys, of new mythics, is how many we have enough for. So combined with our gem keys, we almost have enough for an entire year of mythics, even if we were to gain 0 resources for the rest of this year. Actually, if you count all 3 of these keys, we would. If you count my guild seals I have saved, we would have enough resources to get every new mythic every month, or basically every new troop throughout the rest of this entire year, without ever running out of resources. with the current amount of resources, assuming we never get absurdly unlucky. Assuming we just get around what the drop rate is, we'd be able to get it done. So, yeah. We've got a lot of resources. Plenty of people with more, though, too. But still a pretty decent chunk. If you don't spend enough gems to make Nightwing mythic, do event troops end up in glory or gem chests? Yes, both. They appear after about a month. 4 to 6 weeks after the event. So right now, the only way to get something like this is from the shop thing with gems. And the only way to get the glory troop is through event keys or for the glory. But both those troops, after this week, will not be available for anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Then after those 4 to 6 weeks, they'll be in the drop table in all their normal locations. So the epic would be in glory, gem, guild, and VIP keys. And so would the other one. I forget his name. The ultra rare that just came in. Let's see. You get a lot of gems from the glory chest. Oh yeah, we'd get a lot of gems. Glory chest can drop, I believe, 2, 3, or even 4 gems if I'm not mistaken. You only get about 1 in every 100 drops or so, but it is possible to get gem keys from them. And stacks bigger than 1. I believe gold keys are just stacks of 1 and 2, but I'm pretty sure glory is 2, 3, and 4. I actually haven't opened glory keys for so long I almost forget. Do we try hitting him? I'm so scared of using this ever, unless it's actually going to land a kill, because I know if I do, he's just going to get a 5 times yellow and escape, or at least he'll have a chance of doing so. Might as well play it safe and make sure he doesn't. Oh, why did I do that? Because it's already one with skull. It has skull reduction, but we still have way more than enough attack there. Is it better to save trait stones to trade up troops that you might need in the future or to use trait stones you already have to level up kingdoms? Using trait stones to level up kingdoms. Once you feel like you have solid enough teams for pretty much everything, like for PvP and other related events, once you feel like you've gotten most of what you feel like you need, you should start just doing stuff based on kingdom upgrades. Because the kingdom upgrades will actually pay you back always, whereas having things upgraded that you might need for various stuff doesn't necessarily help you if you can already get it done without those troops. But yes, you should eventually start prioritizing kingdom upgrades, because you'll be able to get paid back for that daily, whereas everything else might not necessarily help you constantly. Like a World Breaker, for example. He's a great troop, but if you already have other good damage sources like Infernus, he very rarely comes into play. Like, he'll be very useful this week, but other than this week, you might use him for like delves occasionally, or not even delves occasionally, but mostly just like guild wars maybe occasionally or something like that. But he doesn't get like an excessively high amount of usage. Just instances like that. But it's basically, if you already have like one good option that's similar to another, it's better to go for the kingdom upgrades before trying to upgrade that other similar option. Okay, what else we need here? We'll take Brown for now. Gotta deal with that bird again. Hopefully he does not get his mana. Going to probably deliberately not cast this until it's a little bit lower, just in case. Okay, so with the reward breaker there, we need a few more of those. You know what? Maybe we will need Mang. Or maybe not even Mang. I need something better to deal with Valraven, I think. Because we don't really have proper single targets for a Valraven. But then again, what would we really put there? I guess we could try gambling with Dragon's Eye or something. But then we get less mana. Oh, well no, why am I doing that now? Should have waited. If he gets all of his yellow right now, that's a gigantic fail. He was thinking about it. He didn't get it, though. Okay, I'll take that purple over. Hit double ward breaker here. Luckily, we got that skull. And that off ward breaker. Hello, Nina! Welcome. Use trickster shots? We could. It blocks a lot of stuff. We'd have to put our Herdmaster 1 slot upwards. Yeah, Yeah, we could get away with that. I don't think we need it yet, though. We're still at way too low of stats to bring out Trickster. Gotta reach at least like 100 armor on everything before we bother bringing that out. But yeah, we could do that. We'd still use Hero as our tank, though, most likely. That or we'd have to completely restructure our team. Yeah, I guess we would. We could probably even get rid of Wordbreaker at that point if we do go down the Trickster shot route. Because we could go some kind of Centaur tank, like Artima, for example, followed by Trickster shot, followed by Herdmaster. Actually, Herdmaster would probably go in front of our Trickster, followed by the Raid Troop. Okay, what do we need here? Get a Wordbreaker. Throw that down like 3 more times. It might be 4. We'd probably get another 2 depending on if we get some extra turns on the magic. Nope, useless attack. That's not going to help us here. Now we'll kill out the raid boss and try to get yellow. Oh, wait, never mind. We already had Wordbreaker full. But we'll do that. And 1 more. Nope, 2 more. Because unless we get a Cascade Skull, it's not going to die. So I'll use... actually, I'm going to mana generate this way. It's fine if we try to do some damage. It's not really that big a deal. This does not lose any damage from being damaged. The only thing that he boost ratio is based on is his magic. What is a good troop to replace Cedric with in the key team? Normally Apothecary, more often than not, because she has 25% Merchant and she feeds Brown into Skeleton Key. So it depends on what the rest of your team is on what you would go with. But it's normally Apothecary. It's nowhere near the same, though. You always have troops you don't have, so Infernus we'll use instead. Yeah, you can interchange, assuming you don't have any kind of restriction, you can almost always interchange Infernus for Wardbreaker. You can't always exchange Wardbreaker for Infernus, but you can always replace Infernus for Wardbreaker. I mean, other way around. You can always replace Wardbreaker with Infernus, but you can't always replace Infernus with Wardbreaker. Throw Wardbreaker down. Yeah, Infernus is useful for a lot more. I mean, yeah, Infernus, sorry. I thought I said the wrong one again. I'm all over the place. Keep mixing them up. Bottom line, Infernus is better. We'll throw that down. I keep thinking this is Dragon Soul. What is Dragon Soul's ability? That looks like almost exactly like Dragon Soul's ability. There you go, double check that. Let me see. Side by side. Her ability with Dragon Soul. Let's see. Took our tribute. Oh, good thing I checked, because now we have a free tribute. What's in there? 12. Very nice. Get our 11 gems and everything else. Okay, Dragon Soul next to, what's his name? Let's see. Let's just find a random team that we don't need. Cheap 2x trade stones. Yeah, we don't need... actually, we kind of need that for something else. E-team, Red Loop. This I don't think we need for anything, right? Yeah, this is a Phoenicia team that we don't really need. Poor Mythic, it's so bad. A lot of the Mythics lately have been. What am I looking for? I'm looking for side-by-side Dragon Soul with, what's her name? There's Dragon Soul. Okay, this one has them vertical, the other one has it horizontal. That's why it looks familiar. And, what's her name again? It's the one that looks like a unicorn. Let's see. I want all colors. Oops, I meant purple. There she is. Nightwing. Okay, so these are like horizontal and not as bright, and those are vertical and brighter. Yeah, they look so similar. They're running out of ideas. That one's not as shiny though. Dragon Souls looks much better. Yeah, they're basically the same thing, thematically anyways. Anyways, let's go and head back to the thing. But that's why it looks so familiar. Basically Dragon Souls in an angle and not as good. See, I told you Dragon Soul is good true part. Okay. What do we need? We'll grab green to purple. Take our brown surge. Get our explosion. Get another explosion. I keep thinking that's Dragon Soul. I'm still gonna think that every single time, even after just seeing both of them side by side. It's way too similar. Oh, we need browns. But you're gonna lose hero for once. Well, we'll take it for free. I don't actually need the mana, so we don't want to go too far out of our way for it. Gotta kill the raid thing before he gets a skull spam. Oh no! Oh, he actually missed. But you gotta be really careful. He could double or triple kill by doing that. One nice lucky thing though this week though is worst comes to worst, we auto win off of, or at least we auto kill the raid boss with the raid troop because that's stealthy. So it has to go for it last. Assuming nothing else on our team has stealthy, it has to go for our raid troop last. Meaning we will essentially always kill out the boss every single time. It's just a matter of actually winning the battle. But as far as killing the boss, it's super easy. It's probably one of the easiest weeks ever to camp level 500, probably. Getting there is a different story, but once you finally get there, it won't really matter too much because all you have to do is just run her, keep getting her mana, and even if you're doing almost nothing with everything else, you would still just eventually win by killing that out. Because once you reach 500 plus, you don't actually have to win anymore. You just have to kill the boss. Well, I guess that's not entirely true, because if you find a Valraven, you still have to win out the battle. But for every non-Valraven battle there, it wouldn't matter. You can't move forward anymore. Speaking about Valravens, hello Valraven. I need to do something about you. So we'll go Mountain Pressure that. Nice red. We don't even have a red storm yet. It looked like we had a red storm there with how many reds fell down. I don't mind though, we need the extra turns. More of those will kill him. Or one more actually. Let's just take a skull. I'll take this red. No! I was gonna say, it's probably gonna explode that one right there. At least we got enough mana, so we just do that instead. There we go. Okay, now let's start trying to focus on the raid boss. Go back to focusing on Ward Breaker. Actually a combination of both. We'll do that. Depends on what he takes for mana. Okay, we gotta go for him, so we'll kill him out directly before he does anything. Word Breaker again. And already dead because he got some magic buffs in there. Yeah, it looks like we have about 10 more battles or so. Either 10 or 8, depends how lucky we get with Valraven. Or if we lose. Okay, do it on him. Get our mana. Also, speaking about losing, the Super Bowl was horrible last night. Almost fell asleep during it. Actually started playing Nintendo Switch while doing it. Like, the commercials were bad, halftime was okay, and the game was bad. Though the game is always bad. I'm not like too huge a fan of football, but it was noticeably worse. Let's see. We'll go and get Herdmaster down. Patriots won equal good Super Bowl. Wasn't that like their 6th win or something? Or something really high? I don't keep track of any of that though. Let's see. Throw a hit there. Get a Herdmaster. And double Ward Breaker, unless he got a lot of magic, in which case it will be only one, but no, he did not. And okay, never mind, it will be one, because we'll just randomly snipe him down with a random skull to finish out the battle. Why am I checking to see if we have more rewards? Not only is it a non-useful one, there's no way we're going to hit it on our own. Let's see, do we have any zeros? We have multiple zeros. Also, as I mentioned, we still have one spot left if anyone's still interested. If you can do 1 million gold per week and do decent in raids, invasions, and all the guild-related events, as well as being above level 1000, we do have one spot left, so let me know if any of you are interested. Also, we'll hand out a redeem code once we run out of sigils. It should happen in the next 5-10 minutes. Okay, I'll take a purple. Grab a... Do I want to throw hits yet? I think I'll go Ward Breaker first. Now I'll go for a hit because we can feed him to full with yellow. Which completely miss. Oh, he killed the most important one. Okay, it's gonna be a weird situation. I'm gonna Ward Break, or I mean, I'm gonna Mountain Crusher. Hope for a brown, which we did get. He'll do something to get rid of our barrier. What do we do about this? I need to take a brown and skull simultaneously. Is there any way we could do that? Doesn't look like it. We'll do that. Hero dies if he didn't get a brown there. Yeah, this is a weird situation already. Huh. Maybe we need to run, like I said, Trickster Shot in third slot, but use a stealthy hero class instead, so that it can't be targeted, and just run Thief with Trickster in third, and this thing in fourth, so that they have to hit our first 2 slots, and just play it out that way. That would be super, super safe if we do it that way. Because he would skull spam and instant kill the other 2 before he would ever go for hero. Plus we'd have the 50% ban. Oh no! You know what? Bandit would be so insanely good if you had it not traded. I know that sounds weird, but I wish there was a way to untrait my bandit, because he would be so ridiculously strong without stealthy. It'd basically be like Dragon's Egg, except on any hero class that has that one trait of 50% bandit summoning. But yeah, him not having stealthy would be an improvement, oddly enough. Just because then you could use it with stealthy synergy troops, so that they have to target the bandits instead of because if your entire team's stealthy, they're allowed to target anything. That or they just need to change how stealthy works. It wouldn't be overpowered if they made it so targetable abilities couldn't hit anything if everything had stealthy. Alright, he's gonna gain HP buff here. Oh wait, we can stop him. What am I doing? We do that. Well, we can stop him if we actually land an extra turn, that is. Didn't land it though. Oh, we gotta be careful. We're actually in one-shot range. We could lose this battle. Not over yet. Purple Surge is not even full mana. I don't have a drop for anything, so we'll take that. No! Oh, okay. That looked like it was gonna do something bad. We can take this blue, looks somewhat safe. And that's not enough to kill. We have to extra turn off of it. What do we do here? What do we do? I don't know if I should cast or not. I'm leaning towards yes. But it's not enough to kill, and it doesn't look like it's going to extra turn. I don't know, we'll give it a shot. Go, pure luck. Oh no, not pure luck. Okay, at least he didn't get a skull. He also didn't give us a skull. What to do. I can take that purple. The problem with it, though, is it gives him a skull chance, so I'm probably better off just taking that blue. And just hope we go blue surge to purple surge. That, or hopefully he gives us a skull. Okay, we got one surge, but he's about to create... The problem here is he's about to gain extra turn off of yellow. I can somewhat stop that by moving this yellow over, but then the skulls will be so close that he's probably going to extra turn into skull. But I think that's still the better move, so we'll do that. Oh, yes it is. We extra turn it. Perfect. And down it goes. Okay, so we need to rethink this team slightly. Oh, apparently we got 12 gems for something. No clue what, but free 12 gems. Very nice. I won't refuse. 12 more gems than we had. Okay, I'm going to do a weird move and actually get Ward Breaker here. So yeah, we'll go Trickster. And actually change to a stealthy as well. So, Trickster Shot. Let's see. Change to Titan. I mean to Thief. One of the few instances where something like this is actually better, because Titan does not have stealthy. Okay. What else do we need? Herdmaster into one other thing. The problem is, what is that one other thing? I guess it's Artima for slot. So we'll put that all the way there. And what are we still missing? It's almost pure purple at this point, too. We're missing brown and we're missing red. There's no brown red. No, there's no brown red. Whatever. There's not even a mythic here. Oh yes, there is. This is Roadbagger. But there's no brown red. What's the other color? Oh, it's just. Oh, never mind. Those are the only two colors we're missing. Just brown and red. Oh, Ragnagord, go! No, we need a proper tank, unfortunately. So I believe I just go Artima then and just use a minus red banner. How badly I want to use Ragnagord though, but if we use Ragnagord, we have to give him a +1. Ideally, both his +1s, and we just can't afford giving him both our +1s, so we'll put our Artima there and just change our banner to like purple. We're basically not going to be using her. I'm just using her for a 30% chance dodge. That's basically the only thing we'll be using her for. This is also pretty good against Zugov since he'll have, if he does skull spam, 40% chance we dodge it all. And one nice thing about Agile and any of the stealthies is all instances of a single skull, or all instances of skulls that occur at the exact same time, are dodged at the exact same time. So if he takes 5 different pairs of skulls all simultaneously, we will be hit for 0 if even one trigger, if we end up getting the dodge. So yeah, it's really good at dodging skull spam. It's one of the few things that these are used for instead of mitigation traits. That's actually tends to make them better occasionally than mitigation, is up against skull spam. Yeah, let's go see if there's a good minus red banner that gives us, I guess, purple. There should be at least one. Banner, banner, banner. Minus reds that have a lot of purple. Oh, exactly what we need. That even gives us our... Well, actually, we don't need a +1. Ideally, we need +2 green for that. But there's no way we could get that much mana out of it. Okay, so that's what we'll run then. We'll run Artima, Herdmaster, Trickster, Nightwing, and change these traits in case we need to. So, Hunter's Mark, that's fine. That'll kill the up front slots a little bit quicker. Our Artima also has 50% chance to do true damage, and that would still multiply. So if she's about to hit a 45 and then gets that, that'd be 90 true damage. It's kind of nice. We have extra damage to missiles. What's our weapon right now? It's a bow. And that's only to dagger and missiles, so neither of those do anything. Guess I'll put it back to dagger. 5 gold every turn. 20% chance to summon a Sister of Shadows when an enemy dies. All allies was 10%. Since we technically don't need gold with this team, I guess we go 20% chance to summon Sister of Shadows, just so that we have an additional tank. It might block our mana some, but it's also going to give Zugov something to miss on. 50% chance to summon a bandit when an ally dies. I wish he did not have stealthy. Or Darkstorm. I think Darkstorm might actually get better value, because we have so many things that need purple. Stealthy, the main reason why we're even using this hero class. 30% skull dodge, so worst comes to worst, we'll be able to dodge his skull spam once our first 2 troops die. And also we could alternatively... Oh! Hold up. New plan. 25% chance to summon whenever ally casts a spell. I never thought I'd actually use that on this hero class, but it's going to be better. Also, this might be really weird, but I think I'm going to use Wind Speed to only get 10% on 1 troop. Oh no, we get it on 2. We get it on Herdmaster, which will allow him to start at 1 mana, I believe, 1 or 2. And it'll allow our team to start at 1 and 2, or 2 as well, I forget exactly. If it only starts at 1, I probably won't do it. If it starts both of them at 2, I'll keep it like that. But, yeah, we'll see in a second which one it does. That seems so trivial, though, 10%. Let's see, does it give them 1 mana or 2 mana? 1 mana, we are not doing that. We are not doing that for only 2 mana. That is, basically 0. Might as well just be 0. I'm not even going to give that satisfaction. Even if the other trait was nothing, I would probably not bother using that 10%. Okay, we'll grab a yellow there. Get the last of our purple that we need. Got our explosion. I'm actually never going to use her ability, I don't think. It automatically hits the weakest for 2. It's boosted by Centaur too, so it does get a decent amount of damage in there. And it gets an explosion on a row. Unless we specifically need that row explosion, I don't feel like I'm going to really be casting it much. Also, I don't need to hit Zugov specifically with the Trickster shot. It'd be nice if I could, but it's not mandatory yet, I don't think. So do it on first one, get the Hunter's Mark so we can one-shot it. I don't have any way to deal with that. Luckily, it has to hit one of those 2. Because these 2 both have stealthy, so we can't hit them. Hey, would you like to use your 40% score reduction? You know you want to. No reason why we have you there. Doesn't look like we have any good drops. Trying to find one off of the 3 gap. I don't think we have any 3 gaps that are worth it. Actually, we don't have any 3 gaps in general. Not even ones that are worth it. Just none in general. I could give him a 5-time skull, though. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I get to grab that as well. So we'll do that. Get our, maybe a Trickster here first? I guess so. So we'll do this. Hopefully get a Herald summon. Didn't get it. So that dies. Hopefully we get a summon off of this. Come on. We have a 50% chance each cast to get a summon. And we kind of need to because we do not have skull reduction. We could actually lose this if we're not careful. Kills this in 2 hits. So we'll take the 1 hit right there, and we went off for Trickster. And there's our Harenif. They're a little late. There we go. Yeah, I think that team will work. Double stealthy into infinite summons off of that. Okay, also let me go change this trait. I don't care if the other one's useless. We're changing it off of 10%. Where'd it go? Talent tree. So what are our other options? We have, where'd it go? We have 10% to all allies, or all yellows, which starts us with 2 higher mana. We can get 5 gold per turn, which doesn't help us win, but it gives us gold. Or 20% chance to summon Sister of Shadow when an enemy dies. I guess we go with that, just because it's better than nothing. Sister of Shadows, I believe, is a red-purple that... wait, does she have Stealthy? Hold up. Does she have Stealthy? I believe the answer is yes. Oh, I can't check here what her Sister of Shadows is. I'm pretty sure it's a red-purple that hits the 2 weakest and has Stealthy. If it has Stealthy, we don't do it, though. I guess we just do 5 gold per turn. That or we have to use the 10%. Yeah, she does have Stealthy. It's not worth it. I need them to not have Stealthy. Where'd it go? Oh, never mind. It's not in here. It's under raids. Raid boss. Under here. Fight. Under here again. And, I don't know. What do you guys think? 5 gold per turn or useless 2 mana? Technically, useless 2 mana is better. But also 5 gold per turn is 5 gold per turn. But this is the only one that helps us win at a better chance, is the 2 extra starting mana. That is... I never thought I'd see the day where that's our best option. But it technically is in this particular instance, unless we just want some free gold. But the gold doesn't help us win. Nothing on our team boosts on gold. Hey, 40%. Now do that a billion more times, just like the AI. 2 in a row. Very nice. That's what you're supposed to do. Now do that every single time they take a skull. Okay, I'm going to preemptively take a purple here. Grab that brown. Oh yeah, we don't explode anymore whenever we do that. Gonna throw a Trickster onto the boss there. Take a blue so we get the full, or Herdmaster, either or. We'll go for Herdmaster here. Get our explosion. And now we can kill the boss. I believe that's enough damage. She'll die, which almost would be a beneficial thing. Just because we could get a full replacement into it with one of our summons. Trickster shot, how much damage are you? Actually, this hits weakest automatically, right? Yes, it does automatically hit weakest, so let's cast this. Do we have any good location for it? Once again, it looks like a definitive no. But, oh well, let's throw somewhere. How about there? We'll do that, get our kill. Throw a Trickster on one of you two. I guess we'll do it on you because he'll gain more armor as soon as he casts, which will probably get at least 1. So we'll wait on that. And now I basically just go around killing everything with Trickster. And while he doesn't have any single targets, if he was to have single targets, he would have to go and hit those 2. And he would not be able to hit our hero or the other troop. We'll throw this down, get our mana that we need off of it. Get a Herdmaster for the last of our hero mana. Throw it out to kill the monkey so we can't gain any more HP. And then we can probably kill him just off the Herdmaster with the extra damage. No. If we could explode that, we could, but it's not going to do it. 1 HP, of course. At least we got a frontline tank there with the replacement. And there we go. I was not expecting having to change to a team like this, but it works. It works. And also we get to kill out Val Ravens at a better rate now, too. Which is even better. Problem is our starts are so much slower though. We have to take purple. It's the only way to really start. That or we have to take a certain amount of yellow and brown just so we can start feeding into Herdmaster. As unless we get really lucky, very rarely will we be able to do any kind of mana generation increase off Artima. She can kind of keep us at about the same or just a little bit lower, but very rarely will she actually net gain us resources, or net gain us mana, I mean. Oh, she needs to trigger that 40% more often. It's died again, because she never triggers it. We'll throw this on the Valraven. That's not enough to kill, but we can just follow up with the other ability. Oh, there we go, we got a Hairnif too. Do we even need Hairnif's ability? Creates a Leaf Storm, which I guess technically helps us. Better than having no Storm. Normally there wouldn't be one. The only reason there is one is because of Valraven getting Dark Storm whenever an ally dies. Yeah, we could overwrite that if we wanted to, of course. Oh, what am I doing? Let me kill the Valraven so we don't have to deal with that. Trickster Shot again if there's nothing on the board, which there isn't. Can we throw it on you? I guess we'll throw it on you. That killed, and now we just have to deal with a Zugoff. Okay, what do we do here? Oh, we have one already. We can just throw it at him. He's dead. Why Herdmaster? You don't need cleanse, but we need mana. That's why we're running Herdmaster. I need him for his mana accumulation. He's the only thing on our team accumulating mana. Alternatively, we could, I guess, use Anthea for green and yellow, but she's pretty inconsistent. And other than that, it will also make us not use yellow as well. And other than that, oh, we could use Ragnagord. We could use Ragnagord. We'd have to change our banner, though. But we could use Ragnagord. Oh yeah, it would be better using Ragnagord then. We'd have to give him a +1 though. So we do have to change our banner. So we have to give him a +1 red because it's not blocked. And then probably put the other color on the purple. Actually, we could do minus yellow now that we're using this. Oh, wait. There's one problem with this though. Nightwing. We're going to be creating a lot of yellow that we put into nothing. Because Artima doesn't count as a troop. She's going to die in almost every battle. So we're creating a whole color that we're not needing off of her. But, I don't know, that's a hard choice. I almost want to keep Herdmaster because of that. Ragnagord gets a quicker start, but Herdmaster is better throughout the battle. We also get that one extra yellow. I don't know, I think I can actually keep this. I'm leaning towards actually keeping Herdmaster. Ragnagord would be a quicker start, but Herdmaster is better through the battle. I don't know. Once they start killing us a bit quicker, I guess we'll switch to Ragnagord. But I believe at this current moment in time, they're still better off with Herd. But yes, give it like 5 more battles, and we'll probably have to switch to Ragnagord. Let's see. Nightwing to create yellow. Rag to get the yellow to feed Wardbreaker. But yeah, but then we would have to put Wardbreaker on our team, and we'd have to put Ragnagord in first slot if we did that. And he's gonna die too quickly if we put him in first slot. We have 40% dodge, and it's already dying too quickly. But, that would be my biggest concern with that. It's the whole reason we're even using Artima. Is for the tank ability she has. Did on him just so we can actually clip the kill there by doing this. Do we have a drop? Do we ever have a drop? Oh yes, we have green technically. Okay, we'll go for that. Oh, we got it. See? She can do extra turns. Ideally, we could get that every time with her. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. More often than not, she doesn't have any alignment whatsoever. Okay, that doesn't kill anything too important. Kills one of our 2 front lines. Apparently Artima. He chose correctly. Ideally, he'll choose Herdmaster. Okay, obviously we don't trickster shot the boss because we just kill it with that instead, and then we trickster shot whatever's still remaining. There we go. I almost feel like using Hero behind Nightwing. Because I believe it's better if we lose our Nightwing, because we can just hold her ability once we reach the end of the battle, and just throw our trickster shots more often. He doesn't really seem to have anything that's going to kill last slot, so it also gives us a longer chance to have our summons too, to keep making meat shields. But anyways, we got 2 more battles left. Then we'll hand out a redeem code. And I'll do it regardless if we get a Bow Raven. Though apparently we probably won't. We only have next battle. We probably won't get it then. Okay, let's finish these 2 battles, hand out a redeem code, and then mess around in with whatever else. If you guys still have any other questions, let me know. Let's see. We'll take a red. Take our Trickster onto last slot there. Before I do, let me grab all my mana so we have everything. We're gonna go kill the boss first. If only we had a ward breaker to clip it. No, we could actually clip it with this if we want. I'm actually gonna go take that guarantee yellow right there just so she feeds back into herself. Almost all the way back to full. Not quite though. Okay, so we'll have full mana automatically next turn. So what I'm gonna do is just try wasting our turn by doing that. That's the extra turn, nice. So we don't need to wait. Do that over, throw out a Trickster, do it on the one that has higher. We can then go and kill it with our Tima, and throw a... Oh, you know what? I should have taken that skull first. Oh, well, here. Kind of take it like that. And, what else we need here? We're going to have to wait on Trickster. That's enough to kill it. So really, I just need to throw enough damage on this first slot then. There we go. And it's... Oh, whoops. It's blocking my purple. Oh, that's the only problem with switching those 2 now. It's blocking my purple. But that's a match. Didn't even lose anything that time. But yeah, I probably will tweak it again. This is definitely not the final iteration of this team. Okay, this is our final battle. We'll hand out a redeem code after this one. Take that, grab ourselves a ward breaker. Get a Dragon Soul going. Before we do, grab the purples, get Trickster onto his last slot. Follow it up with the raid kill. I forgot to take blue. Master everything. Do we throw another hit just to get that? No, our team is enough to kill it. Oh, I could have gotten free skull and blue. Well, I didn't need blue. We could have gotten a free skull and free 4 yellows. Actually, I didn't need the yellow either. But we could have gotten a free skull. Okay. Doesn't look like we have any good drops, so let's do it right there. So he doesn't take that I missed. What do we do here? Let's grab a Trickster onto one of you 2. Birdman. Actually, do we take skull? Yeah, I'll take skull. We'll do this just to replenish the mana so we get a better board for Herdmaster for when he does his yellow explode. So there's still barely any yellows on the board. We'll Trickster again onto his higher troop. Is that enough to kill? Yes, it is. Actually, we don't even need that boost ratio. At least we get the kill there. I will take that, and then we just double our team a kill as long as it doesn't die, and it doesn't. There we go. What's a good Ward Breaker team? The best Ward Breaker team that I am aware of is Mountain Crusher, Dragon Soul, Ward Breaker, Shra. And it gets about 20,000 souls per hour in PvP while still winning PvP battles at about a normal rate. Well, it's a little bit slower than the average PvP team. And it's definitely nowhere near like the best PvP teams as far as speed. But you can gain around 20,000 souls per hour while doing it because it uses Shra plus Dragon Soul combination. So, while still killing everything out with Shra, while still killing everything out with Ward Breaker. Because Ward Breaker plus Shra covers every color in the game. Dragon Souls to feed the initial souls, and Mountain Crusher is just to get the mana going immediately with something like Titan or whatever other hero class you want to level. Yeah, we do still need a cancel button. But anyways, before I forget, let me go hand out a redeem code because I still haven't done that yet. So let me go under the...
Alright, so it's time to share one of...
Oops. Other tab's still open. Let's see. Go to codes. Where'd it go? Codes. Edit. Oh, someone messaged me. What's this? Oh, okay. It's just for the recruitment thing. But I should probably go check that because we do need to recruit. Let's see, mark that, copy, save that, put that into the code section, where'd it go, Gems of War, put that there, boom, there we go, click refresh, copy paste the link, paste, copy, get rid of all that, and there you guys go. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says, there's what you put in. The redeem code's right over there. Just copy paste all of the numbers and letters, or type it out. And use it on gemsofwar.com underneath game code section. Or simply click on that link, and it gives the same loot as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we actually have a daily task to open a gem key, so apparently we're opening that gem key immediately. What do we have? We have a useless desert mantis, but we get 5 gems for it, so it's worth it. There we go. Let's see, what other things do we have to do? Dungeons did. I still have to do the delves. I accidentally did my delves in Warrens yesterday. I was supposed to, of course, use it in Fangmoor to go deeper into Fangmoor. But I kind of forgot. Also, speaking of that, how many fangs do we have? Or not fangs, what is that one troop called? The Serpent of Fangmoor. Let's see. What do we have here? Also, I have something really funny to show tomorrow. Related to that troop. It's actually one of the things I ordered off of Amazon. It was supposed to come in today, and I was going to do it on this stream. But we'll do it tomorrow. Anyways. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? What am I looking for? I'm looking for how many copies we own. We own 3. Never mind. I don't need more copies of him. So what do we still need to throw shards on, then? Did we max Sea of Sorrows? It's either Sea of Sorrows or Warrens. How far are we on Sea of Sorrows? I believe we finished. That or right on top of it. One or the other. Where's Sea of Sorrows? Sea of Sorrow. We need 2 more copies for Sea of Sorrows. That's what we need to do. Let's just throw 200 and that should give it to us. Actually, I should probably do it one at a time. Nope. Yes. Come on, get lucky again. Back to back. Nope. 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 Wrong rare. Nope. Of course, it's going to troll us by being like the final drop or not at all. Nope. Nope. Wrong rare. Stop giving me the legends. Nope. And it did troll us by being literally the final drop it could have been. Good job, game. How many of that legend do we have? Why do I feel like it's 17? It's some kind of absurd number. Let me check real quick. How many copies of that legends are we at? We're at 15 copies of that legend to max out this place. That is super unlucky. More copies than the epic. And we even got some epic copies for free, too, from the packs. There we go. Okay, so now the only place we don't have everything maxed is Warrens. As in the troops, that is. As well as the delve itself, ironically. But, yeah, there we go. Also, speaking about ironic, we have the same amount of legends as we have the ultra rare. As far as how long it took to get maxed and then how many copies we have spare. I need to screenshot that. I don't think we're ever going to get that unlucky ever again. That would take a lot of luck to get that unlucky again. But yeah, 15, 1, 1, 15. That is a lot of legends to miss, or to keep getting, unfortunately. Do delve troops count towards specific kingdoms? Yes, every single delve counts to a kingdom. All-Seeing Eye is Darkstone. Fangmoor is Kedar. Hall of Guardians is Whitehelm. Primal Rift is Forest of Florence. The Warrens is Pan's Vale. Crypt Keepers is Sword's Edge. And Sea of Sorrows is Merlantis. And that's what all of them are currently associated to. Anyways, let's go, I guess, run one delve. I'm not going to do all of them now. Otherwise, we'll be here for another hour. But I do want to go throw one more. And we'll throw the other 2 just off stream. But, you know, this thing plays out mostly the same each time. I will try to get more of the later ones, like 400 plus on stream, though, for sure. But these are still kind of just working up to that point. We're still using this team. We're using this team all the way up to 500. It's Yasmin's Pride, Infernus, Ketris the Bull, and Apothecary. If you don't have Yasmin's Pride, the alternative is... oh, wait. Never mind. This is not the one I actually want to use. Though you could use this. You could use this if you wanted to, or replace that with Dragon's Eye. But that's actually not the one I want to go use. I did kind of really like when we were using the other alternative earlier. So we are going to go with that. If I can actually remember what it is now. We need Iron Guts. We need Possessed King. There are a few other options we could do there too. We need... trying to think of what option we were using to loop it. We used the forest troll option. Trying to think of what I was specifically using last time, though. That said, I can't remember. Was it Mountain Crusher? I feel like it wasn't. I can't remember what I used. Wow, that's a fail. And I didn't save it, of course. It was just for the event thingy. I'll remember any second now. Just looking at all the troops would instantly make me remember if I finally see the troop that it would be. Just remembering what we have as options is because it keeps changing for every single thing. Fire Stroll is pretty decent for it though. We're not gonna need it. But if we were to run it with like Trickster or something, pretty sure we threw it with Apothecary or something else. Well, I might need to actually go double check. Because I can't remember what I used as my something else. I probably just used Hero using Mountain Crusher as tank then. Because we could get away with that. Let me actually double check because I can't for the life of me remember. Let's see. Easy way to check though. Just open up YouTube again. Go to yesterday. And double check. Also, I have looked at my own team's videos before to double check teams sometimes. Because I don't keep a memorization of everything. Okay, it was what I thought it was. It was Mountain Crusher Apothecary. I just wanted to double check. But it is what I thought. Okay. Just double checking. But no, I actually have used my own team videos in the past to double check things before. That's because I don't tend to remember like literally everything, especially for each specific delve and stuff like that. But because there's a lot of different color combinations. But there we go. Let's go and just throw it out onto a oh, never mind. We already have the right banner, right? Yeah, because +2 brown for that and the +1 for our Apothecary. So we're already on correct banner. Oh, I do need to make sure I switch to Titan though. Otherwise, it's going to get completely destroyed. And there we go. Okay. Titan, Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, King, High Iron Gut, and Possessed King. And now we can get through all of it. Do you have at least one copy of everything except Mythics and Delve Troops? Let's see. Do I, or were you asking that to someone else? But yes, we have one copy of everything except Zugoth. Hello, Ice RR, welcome. Are there Delve Epics that can help gain Kingdom levels? There's 4 Delve Rarity troops for every single Delve. There's a Rare, there's an Ultra Rare, there's a, Epic, and there's a Legendary. You obtain them specifically from using shards in the, specific faction, once you've unlocked it. But none of them end up giving a free epic, unfortunately. Mainly because their quest line's so short, so they deliberately don't give one. But they're still pretty easy to obtain. Even the legends are way easier to obtain than what the normal legend would be. Because you always have a way of obtaining it, basically like an event key. Because throwing shards at any given faction is essentially like opening event keys, but just for the faction. It just goes by a completely different name and drops treasure half the time. Hello, Scotty. What did you miss? Well, we did a bunch of raids. We ended up switching our team, which is probably the only really noteworthy thing. We ended up switching and probably keeping for now the team of... well, now I forgot that team. Good job. I'll forget all the teams. I'm actually not using Herdmaster for, oddly enough. I'm using Artima, Herdmaster... I mean, Wardbreaker, I meant. But I'm using Artima, Herdmaster, Hero using Trickster Shot as Thief, with Stealthy. Important that it has Stealthy. And the Raid Troop. And that's what we're using as our team. It's also important that you have Hero Nif with that 25% summon off of it, because we can use that as our frontline tank. And it's the only non-stealthy summon that that hero class has, even though it has 3 summons. And it's important that it's not stealthy because if it's not stealthy, the enemy has to target it, Zugaf. So you can just keep tanking with your raid troop and your Richter shot. I'm gonna try actually no, I'm not gonna try transforming him. We just convert that, put a devour onto him, and there we go. Oh no, I am missing several things. I'm missing 2 dooms because they can't exist. I think I'm missing some treasure because I end up using all my treasure. So I'm missing the mythic treasure, but that's just because I was upgrading my horde. I'm missing the 2 dooms because it's literally impossible to own these 2 dooms currently. And the only thing I'm technically missing that can be obtained is Zugaf. Is really the only actual thing I'm missing. But yeah, we're still a little bit short on that. But Zugaf is the only thing we're missing. Because these are unobtainable. This doesn't really count. And that's just the only one we're missing then. And as far as weapons, we're not missing anything. It's actually very rare for someone to not have this. I think there's a few hundred people in the game, maybe less, that are 100% completion on weapons. But that's mainly because of all the arbitrary weapons from ages ago that they never really bothered adding back to the game. People who've been playing this game since 2014 are among some of the only people that have it all, unfortunately. But they'll eventually add something, hopefully, to get them back again. They just haven't yet. Shouldn't I exchange this for an attack buff? You could if you wanted to. But the main reason we don't need it is if we upgrade this faction, which we did, we already have nearly 100% chance. We're sitting at 72% chance. More often than not, that's going to hit. It still can't sometimes, but like that. And sometimes you can do that multiple times in a row. But I don't know, 72%, that's already pretty high. I don't really need to make sure that gets to 100. As soon as we get 1 Devour, it's already doing that. We'd only get 1 single attack buff out of it. The other alternative to that, which has been suggested, is using Earth's Fury in first slot, so that we have attack to clean up the other troops, as well as it feeds him to 100%. But that would end up blocking our Brown, and we'd have a slower mana accumulation. But that could be another alternative if you do want to run attack buff. Regardless, you should probably run Possessed... excuse me. If you have Possessed King, you probably should run Possessed King in this lineup. One other benefit that it adds is if we're up against these things, which have immune to Devour, we can use Possessed King to try to transform them into something that can be devoured. Because literally anything that he transforms will not have traits, meaning we will be able to devour them. Unfortunately, we didn't get it there, though. But, yeah, let's try getting it again. Oh, I should have threw this ability down. Actually, maybe not, because he's being blocked if I do. Oh, okay, we'll still go for it. We'll do that. We want to try getting that transform. We'll do it on the blue there. Possessed King's a little short. Probably because I just denied his blue that he needed. Okay, we'll do this just to try to get Possessed King to full. How are you still short? Okay, we'll take a green. Hopefully it surges because Apothecary is slightly blocking. He sends the blue. Do we take Skull? He is stunned, so yes, we will take Skull. I'll take a green. She blocks it. I'm actually not going to use Possessed King just because of durability currently. Actually, you know what? No, we can. Never mind. He took it tough, so it's fine. So if he was sitting just under this at 40 HP, it wouldn't have been worth it because he could have transformed into something that would have been more durable. There we go. That's exactly what we need. Now we can just one-shot death. The irony. And then we just go and do that into hopefully full mana. And then we just hit it. And one more hit will kill. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, duh. I can just let him take a skull and he gets stunned. That's also an option because Titan does everything. Almost everything. He has so many options that I keep forgetting that he has so many options. So we'll take that, grab our Apothecary, get that onto all the red there. And luckily that, or hopefully that will be the... Oh, why did I do that? I should have cast it first. You always cast when you have a full mana like that. Not sure why I did. But, yeah, hopefully we can get the mana cycled back pretty quick. Let's go for the Mountain Crusher there. Good Apothecary follow-up. Let's see if that's not going to be needed. Throw that down. Good Apothecary on all the greens. Again. Cycle. Go for it again. And dead. So much quicker when they don't have immune. If you disenchanted all bandits, would you have to retrade it? No. troops always maintain their leveling, their ascension, and their traits, regardless of how many copies you have. Even if you bring a troop down to 0, it'll still maintain all of its aspects. So if we were to bring Bandit down to 0 copies, and then we were to get one more copy of him from 0 to 1, he would still be level 20, he'd still be mythic, and he would still have all traits. There is currently no way to untrade a troop. Unless it gets nerfed. And it being a common is very unlikely to get nerfed. I don't think they've ever nerfed a common. Actually, that's not true. They've nerfed the Rockworm before. But that was like of the first few weeks of the game, when they ended up doing that. But these days, they would never really nerf a common. Okay, we'll go for next Devour. Fortunately, we do have one thing that has immune that we'll have to deal with. And immediately he gets transformed. Both of them, actually. I didn't need both of them too, but that's convenient. That makes him even weaker. Not like he was going to win with the other troop, but still. Devour it again. And we get to see this thing constantly reaching thousands across the entire line. Or most of his line. Can you still list, or can you list all currently available 10-star kingdoms? Not off the top of my head, but I can after I go into the other screen once we finish this battle. Yeah, I do not have that memorized at the moment. I think it's about 7 kingdoms or so. Next one, I believe, is actually I don't know what next one will be. I was almost going to say Darkstone, but I think Darkstone's still like another 2 months. There's probably at least one other 10-star that's coming in that time. Not going to be as good as Darkstone. Nothing can be better than Darkstone, though. That's a magic upgrade. We'll go do that on purple. Devour on you, just in case we can kill that with Skull somehow. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Get lucky out of nowhere. Do it on you. Get our mana back up again. The Browns. And dead. I'm going to bother with any of that. We already won. Yeah, let me go double check that real quick. So, backtrack. All the kingdoms that can currently be 10-starred are as follows. We have... Let's see. We have Stormheim, Kedar, Whitehelm, Hansvale, Sword's Edge, Bridelands, Forest of Thorns, and I believe there's one sneaky one that's at 10 stars exactly. What kingdom was it? And Wild Plains. I believe Wild Plains is the only kingdom in the game that's not above 10. Never mind, it can be above 10. Why is it not above 10? What do we not have upgraded? Interesting. I didn't upgrade Mitch Swarm because that was a while back before I started upgrading everything. This is why I upgrade everything now. And same as this. This was before I started upgrading everything. It's one of those old invasion troops. And that's why I upgrade everything these days. So this one can actually reach 12 stars. I just don't currently have it because of these two not being upgraded. It's not a big deal, though. We got our stat from it, though. But, yeah, I'll need to do that later. Though we can only really get off a random drop, so I'm not going to bother wasting an orb for just a little bit of tribute. It's not worth it. If it was for one attack, that's a different story. If we could get one attack out of it. From reaching level 10, but going to 11 and 12 and those other smaller milestones, they give almost nothing of a benefit. Isn't that what it's called? Midge Swarm? What? Am I saying it incorrectly? It's probably called something slightly different, isn't it? Midge? I don't know. How do you pronounce that? M-I-D-G-E. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Anyways, let's go finish this one delve out. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Let me know. Otherwise, we'll be ending out after this delve. Is the PvP to get best way to get pets to trigger? Yes, PvP is the best way to get pets to trigger. Absolute best way would be constantly repicking casual PvP into the easiest battles you can do, and then killing them out. Alternatively, the other quickest way to get pets is to play Arena with Dawnbringer. But if you don't have Dawnbringer, I believe it is slightly quicker doing PvP. Also, PvP in general. Back to me. PvP in general gives better loot, anyways. Especially this week with all the things that are in it. So I would just stick with PvP for it. Yeah, we'll be able to get it leveled next Kedar, or next event for that. You know what? I should have opened event keys during that week. We have such a high reserve of event keys. Yeah, I didn't bother using any that week because I kind of was a slight oversight on my part. But yeah, there's no point in orbing them. That's way too much to orb. We'd have to throw down 3 orbs, which is way too many, just to get a little bit of tribute bonus. That's not that big a deal. We're losing like maybe a few resources per day from that. And really small ones too. I believe it's just like a few glory souls, gold. Makes almost no difference. It's like the difference of having like 1.9k PvP immediately or not. Probably even less loot than that. What is your horde level for this faction? I believe it's currently sitting at 190. I do need to go raise it to 200 though. But we keep not getting good treasures. Which is why it's not higher, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to get more legend and mythic treasure, or at least epic treasure, if nothing else, to go use before I upgrade it to 190. I mean, to 200. Yeah, I believe it's currently sitting at 190. We'll go throw some charge after this and throw it on to Warrens, I believe, because that's the only place we have not maxed out yet. You thought Dawnbringer got nerfed for Arena? Did they? I don't think it did. You no longer get +1 blue anymore, because there's no banner associated to it. They also nerfed it in the way that enemies are not allowed to use Dawnbringer, but if you use Dawnbringer, you're still allowed to use Dawnbringer. It's just the enemies can't specifically use Dawnbringer. But if you use it, you'll still be able to use it. Whenever the enemy uses it, it's going to be one of 5 different weapons instead of Dawnbringer instead. But you can, as a player, still use it in Arena. Yeah, the only direct nerf is just that you don't get +1 blue anymore. You don't get +1 blue nor +1 brown anymore. At one point, Broken Spire's banner was kind of defaulted to it, but that's not the case anymore. It's been like that for several patches now. The only problem is the most recent patch made it so you also don't gain hero EXP there anymore, which is somewhat unfortunate because it was a pretty decent way to gain hero EXP, but no longer can you gain hero EXP there now. You still, or well, you gain hero XP. You don't gain class EXP anymore from there. Oh no! Why'd I do that? That's such a habit because of Warrens. I clicked the middle battle. You know what I actually have to do now? Because it's really not worth playing this out. I don't know. Do we play this? No, it's probably not worth it. I'm gonna do something really weird here. I'm gonna retreat immediately. I hate when I do that. That's actually the first time I've ever done that. But it's because of Warrens. I'm so used to clicking the middle one. Because on Warrens, you're not supposed... Or on any one that you're specifically farming, you're not supposed to move forward on it. But, yeah, I kind of did. And then messed up. Fail. Oh, yeah. I was wondering, why do we have a Delve battle there? I forgot. I delayed yesterday's battle. But anyways, let me go throw some shards on Warrens and see how much treasure we have and see if we can actually go upgrade it. We keep getting ultra rare and below treasure though. Keep not getting any of the better ones. If we don't have any, I don't think we can upgrade it. Or we could, but it's going to cost us like 500,000 gold or something absurd. Yeah, we don't have enough resources yet. I need at least one more lamp or something else, or a sacred treasure before we can max this thing out to 200. Well, that's not technically max, but you know. We could do it right now, technically, with chalices, but it's going to run us almost 1 million gold if we do it that way. It's because of how many times we'll have to throw it in. We could do that, but I haven't been farming gold as much lately. And our stack is starting to go down, though I did throw like 7 million at the gold guild last week, which is why it's so far down. But anyways, did anyone else have any other questions before I head out for tonight? Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be streaming and doing mostly raids as well as going deeper into Fangwolf. And yeah, pretty much just the normal. With no mythics, what would be a good Doomed Cauldron team? Doomed Cauldron, you would normally use that with, oddly enough, War if you had a mythic. But the best thing to use it with that's not a mythic is Queen Jezebel. Queen Jezebel does damage to the enemy based on a troop's attack, and you can synergize that into something really cheap like a Cyclops. So you feed Cyclops with a Cauldron, you then get it to absurd attack, you then instant kill off of his ability, because he has high attack, the boost ratio is off his own attack. You instant kill off of Queen Jezebel, because she does damage based on a target's attack, plus raises the attack. And yeah, you just keep doing that over again. So you would kill with Cyclops' a cast, you would kill with Queen Jezebel's cast, and you would give the Cauldron in order to get to that point of being able to kill instantly. But yeah, and then you would just throw one other support troop of some kind. I guess Apothecary or something similar, something that gives you a lot of brown would be pretty nice. Maybe even using Hero with Mountain Crusher if you really wanted to, or something along those lines, just so you gain Hero XP. But that'd be along the lines of what you would use, using 0 Mythics if you want to make Cauldron work. Oh, sorry, Doomed Cauldron. That's a different weapon than I was thinking of, right? I think you actually said something different. As far as the Purple Cauldron, I'm actually not even sure what to use it with. Oh, sorry, yeah, Doomed Cauldron is different than Cauldron. My bad. I was going over a Cauldron team. Cauldron team's completely different. But Doomed Cauldron, I don't know. I personally would say nothing. It seems too slow to use it for anything, personally. So I wouldn't really bother with it. But sorry, yeah, my suggestion was for Doomed Cauldron, not for, I mean for Normal Cauldron, not for Doomed Cauldron. I forgot that just 2 of them now. Oh, is Salty back in streaming? Let me go get the link for her stream then real quick. But yeah, I'll see you all later. Thank you so much for coming down. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. I'm going to go get one for Salty. She's the community manager for Gems of War. And she's currently streaming, I have no clue what, but she's streaming something. Or, you know, she's streaming Gems of War, but I don't know if she's what she's going over. But here's the link. There you guys go. I'll catch you all later. We'll be back here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful week.